Mm. Breathe it out. V, it's not working.
I could see a screen.
It wasn't playing
It was
sound.
playing. Mm-hmm.
Yes. As soon as it plays, will you let people in?
Yeah, of course. I'll admit everybody in. No problem. Herky's here with us as well.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Pleasure. Adele, your sound is just off.
I know. I can't. It's just not playing right now. That's why I asked for help with this. Okay, let's just go.
Good evening, everybody. How are you, beautiful people, this wonderful, wonderful Monday? Beverly with her beautiful yellow scarf waving all the way from Panama. So nice to see you. And so nice to see some faces that we don't usually see. Uriel, so nice to see your face. We've got, people from Italy. Yes. Wow. You know what, guys? Remember how we used to do it back in the day? When people used to come onto a Gift of Legacy call and we should say, everybody type in exactly where you guys are from. So please, please, please let us know where you're from and where you're dialing in from, whether it's morning, afternoon, evening. Thank you so much for taking the time out to join us this evening. We are so grateful that you guys are all here. To my beautiful co-host Adele and our wonderful, wonderful Oak Herky, thank you so much as well for co-hosting with us tonight.
Hi, Vanessa. It's lovely to be here. I was quickly just saying hi from Johannesburg, South Africa. Sorry about the music. I think the moment got ahead of the computer and it didn't want to share music. But opening a Zoom and hearing your voice is probably one of the most beautiful sounds to the Gift of Legacy community anyway, Melissa. So welcome. And welcome, Hercules. It's lovely to have you here. Let me just make you co-host. So that you can also jump on and say hi. Just find you here. There we go, Hercules. Now you can say hello to us. Hi.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Adele. Hello, Melissa.
Hi.
Welcome, everybody. So nice to be here and looking forward to our call. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much. So everybody, this is a very special Zoom call. It's a very different one. We haven't had a Monday evening Zoom for quite a while. We used to have Monday motivation calls, and it's always a good thing when a meeting is on a Monday because it's getting you ready for the week ahead. And we thought we're going to change things up and have a meeting just to connect. So you can see the other Adele on the Zoom. It says Gift of Legacy Community Meeting. And those of you who are here are the community. So welcome to each and every one of you. Welcome. Melissa, isn't it amazing to see all these people here?
I am just so grateful that even though it was short notice, people came out and they wanted to say hello to us because you know what? It's so good to connect on the first day of the week. I know in some cultures, Sunday is the first day of the week, but for many, Monday is the beginning of a new week with endless possibilities. And wow, you set your intention for the week and you just allow it to happen. You wake up on a Monday morning and you just say, I'm so happy and so grateful to be here today. and you just say, thank you, thank you, thank you. And what are the endless possibilities that this week is going to be the best week I've ever had. So I'm just so happy that everybody's here and taking the time out to have a little chat with us. And it's just an open conversation. We just wanted to touch base with the community, see how you guys are doing. And people are saying, hola, buenas tardes. I think Spanish, but Uriel is hooking them up with the Spanish link. So there we go. My Spanish, as Edgar says, I need to dig deep into the Latin roots because he believes there's a Latin inside me. But I'm getting there slowly. I've downloaded DeepL, and my pronunciation's not so good. But by next year, this time, I believe we'll be fluent in Spanish, Adele.
I'm getting there, Velissa. I love hanging out with the Spanish community. Velissa, I think what we can do is let's make this an interactive Zoom. There are some other Zooms that we are often on where people interact. So I'm going to ask you to please put your video on if you are able to. It's so nice for us to see you. I know you've missed seeing the custodians, but we miss seeing you. So please put your videos on and please interact. So you saw Hercules doing it just now, and I did it as well when Velissa was speaking. You can send a reaction. You can send love and hearts to the person who's speaking. You can agree with them. If you don't want to send a reaction, you can just put a thumbs up. If you can't do that, just do this or smile. And if you would like to ask a question, then you're able to raise your hand like that. I've still got my thumbs up, but you raise your hand, jump up and down, do something, and one of us will notice you, and we will then unmute you and let you speak. But I like to speak a lot. So I'm going to open up the floor with a question that I know is going to come. Melissa, you're still here. Don't disappear on me, my friend. Oh, there you are. I'm going to ask a question that I know has been on the minds of many, many people in the community, and that is anything happening with compression?
Okay, I know that we promised the community that compression,
Melissa, can't hear
out
you.
of difficulty. Can you guys hear me?
You sound a bit robotic, but
Not so
maybe
good.
you can try again. Melissa doesn't want to tell you anything about compression. So that's her answer. She's muted herself, maybe just now when she connects again. But Hercules, maybe we should just allow people to ask questions. What do you think? Until Melissa can connect with us again.
No problem. Yes.
Okay, so any questions, if you want to either type it in the chat, or who's brave enough to raise their hand so I can unmute you. Help me to scan if anyone's asking questions. You're all scared to ask some questions. Okay, so Hercules, I'm going to ask questions. How's Gift of Legacy doing? How things going? We know that we had the cleanup in September. There are some empty gaps on boards. The system's still running the way it should, correct?
Yes, the system is still running the way it should. As with any platform, it requires tender loving care most of the time. And as we know, at this level, tender loving care means money. And so you need to spend the funds to ensure that the care and the maintenance is applied for the system to run. And I'm pleased to say that we haven't had any downtime with Gift of Legacy website. If there's one single person that can argue that, please tell me, because you will lose that argument. So we're doing our utmost to ensure the continuous running of the system. Yes, there are compression and all of that needs to happen. There's a very good reason why it has not happened as yet, and I don't want to take that away from Melissa. Melissa will explain that. But all in all, Gift of Legacy is operational. It's running. All the fees have been covered for it to continue running. We're on a month-to-month basis, but there's no problem. It's healthy. Boards are moving when people join boards. No issues there to report, Adele.
Thanks, Hercules. So where have you all been? Why have you all been so quiet? Melissa always says it's been a minute since we've been here. It's been quite a few minutes.
Yeah,
But that
remember,
always...
Gift of Legacy, the platform does not evolve around me or around Melissa or Candace. It is a community-based, we're the custodians. No problem. But we cannot, just, we have lives as well and families. And yes, we've accepted the responsibility to be the custodians. And it's a big privilege for us. But we've also been busy with R&D. I don't know if you know what that stands for, but that is research and development. We're always looking at how can we improve the GL system to provide a user experience that's up there. And so when you don't hear us, when you don't see us, doesn't mean we've forgotten about Gift of Legacy. That is, Gift of Legacy is our way of life, if I can call it that. That is what we get up for in the morning, and that is what we go to bed, other than our religion and our faith. And so, in 3.5 years, we're still here. We haven't abandoned Gift of Legacy, and despite all nonsense rumors, and unfortunately, people, they can be malicious, and that's just people. Sometimes it's like media. They just go at something that they think they heard and they put their own twist to it. Don't believe that. Here we are. Gift of Legacy site is running. There's no issues. People are joining boards. There's movement. So, yeah, that's it,
Right.
Adele.
Hercules, in English, there's a saying, I'm sure it's the same in Afrikaans and many languages, no news is good news. And so when there's no news being shared on Zoom calls by the custodians, it just means that the theme park is functioning the way it should. Everything is happening. Yes, we are waiting for compression to happen, and none of us are going to say anything because Melissa is the one that needs to update. And if she doesn't manage to, I'll give you a little bit of info, but I'm really hoping she can rejoin the Zoom. But no news is good news.
She's here.
I'm back on. My apologies.
We kept
My
space.
apologies, everybody.
Kept quiet. We just said everything is going fine. Before you speak, Melissa, in the chat, I think, Vicky, you answered it as it was being typed. Pedro Hernandez said, hello, good afternoon. I just entered the Zoom. Could you tell me what it's all about? Are you coming back? We're not coming back anyway. We didn't go anywhere. We're here. And then Beverly says there will always be people grumbling. The Lord has said it and his promises are true. Thanks, Bev. You're always an inspiration. Melissa, over to you, my friend.
Thank you so much, Adele. Thanks, Herky. I caught everything that Herky said, so I'm so grateful for that. And just to echo what Herky said, and to also, make Pedro's heart feel a bit better, R&D, research and development. When we are quiet, it doesn't mean that we are not waking up, living and breathing and doing Gift of Legacy, because do you know how you see those beautiful swans on a lake and they look so graceful and beautiful, but they're paddling underneath? The mama is paddling underneath to make sure that her little, babies are all kept together and also beautifully and elegant and stuff. And that's exactly how we are. We are always busy in the background. And I'm just so grateful to be a part of a team that's always, researching and developing and looking after this beautiful platform. How blessed are we to be here, to be a part of something more than 3 years later, something that is still here, that is functional, and that all you need to do is send your invitation link, invite you to, help there to, invite there to, and so be it. And grow your lineage and be responsible for your own destiny. How fortunate are we to be here and to be a part of such a beautiful platform? So, like Aki said, we are always looking for or looking at ideas and opportunities that can improve the Gift of Legacy user experience. And like he said, we'll always share updates here on Zoom, on the official Gift of Legacy groups. So please, just keep engaged. And we want to be more engaged with you guys. And Pedro, we are not going anywhere because we haven't left. We've always been here. We're just always busy in the background. And myself, Hercules, and Candace are so fortunate that we have people like Adele, like Edgar, like Jose, like Lalin, like so many people in the communities who've stood up and are being in support of their lineages and of their smaller communities, because that's what Gift of Legacy is about. It's everybody on this call. We all custodians. Yes, myself, Candace, and Hercules do take a lot of responsibility, but each and every one of us are custodians of this beautiful program. So to go back to the answer of compression. So when we tried to run compression, because we did so many updates in the last year, every time we tried to run it, being on the back end, we encountered a couple of errors. And when we thought all was well and it was running perfectly, we encountered an error in the sense that it was removing legends off boards. So now, can you imagine you're a legend on a platinum board, and I won't mention names, and all of a sudden you removed off the board and you had gifters on your board? That wasn't a pleasant experience. So we had to reset the system back to the way it was. But we are working on it. And once we've got a solution, we will deploy compression again. However, the boards are still working. The system still works perfectly. If you continue to invite your 2x2 by 2x2, they will still land exactly where they're supposed to be. So as long as the boards are flowing, as long as the boards are still working, the system is working beautifully. We really should be grateful for that. So that is where I'm going to leave it with the compression question, Adele.
Thanks so much, Melissa. Now, while we're waiting for compression, there's gaps on our boards. And I don't like to see them as gaps. I like to see them as opportunities, because something called trickle up can happen. Do you want to explain trickle up? Maybe people don't understand it the way I've explained it, and the benefits of there being empty spaces or opportunities on your board.
Okay, I'm going to give you guys a story, which is a true story of somebody who was a legend by themselves on a bronze board late September last year. And they contacted me and they said, Melissa, I'm all by myself on this board. And I said, okay, have you got your 2 invitees? And they said, I tried, but I didn't try hard enough. And they were honest with me. So I said, imagine now you find 2 builders who can join you in your journey and Gift of Legacy. You invite the first one, and guess what? They trickle up to guide. You invite the second one, then they trickle up, and then they invite their 2x2. So basically, for your board that you're supposed to only receive $800 for, that person got $800 plus an extra $600 because they had empty gaps on their board. So instead of all that, you know how the saying goes, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. I wanted to say something else, but we'll keep it PG and say lemonade. That's exactly what she did. She went and she started building. And let me tell you, it's especially for somebody who's not a networker, it was hard, but slowly but surely they are building slowly. And you know what? When the people can't afford to join on the $100, they're joining on the $25. So there are, I think what everybody needs to remember is that we've equipped you guys with the tools that you need to make Gift of Legacy a success for yourselves. We've literally given you the tools to succeed. And if everybody just invited their 2 by 2 by 2 by 2, and yes, I know it's trying at times, but it works. We've seen the proof has been in the pudding with those who are building. So, yeah, gaps on boards can be positive, are positives actually. They're actually, I can't see anything wrong with them. Yes, it would be nice to have people, but when you don't have a lineage and if you don't have, then it's your opportunity to start building and to start inviting. And who knows, maybe you can even be generous and sponsor somebody a position on your board because you getting so many gifts. You'll be like, you know what? I actually, it's been laid upon my heart to sponsor you in because there are people who come into Gift of Legacy who may not have the money to do it, to give forward, but they've got the people. And now you're sitting with the gap on your board and you legend. Imagine blessing them in and how it'll benefit them as well as you. So yeah, trickle up is a wonderful thing. An absolutely wonderful thing, Adele.
Thanks so much, Melissa. Can we give Melissa some love? Send her some flowers or hearts or rainbows. Rainbow. She gives us so much good information. Be nice to just send her some love. So I'm going to read some of the questions.
Okay.
Bernice Fenter says, thank you, Hercules and the Custodians, for this incredible system who never, ever fails us. The way you looked after us is heartwarming. You are always in my prayers. We are very, very grateful. You muted, Melissa.
Thank you so much, Bernice. We appreciate the love and we appreciate the prayers because you know the Bible says when two or more agree on something, it will surely come to pass. So if we all stand together in faith and in prayer, and I was saying this to somebody earlier, that if we look at each other, Herky actually mentioned this in a Zoom a while back, and it's really stuck with me, that we are all seeds in a garden and we need to water ourselves. And then we water those around us. Imagine what a beautiful garden we will be together if we just continue holding each other in prayer, holding Gift of Legacy in prayer, holding the people responsible. Thank you so much, Bernice. It really, truly means a lot. And let's continue to water each other.
Thanks, Melissa. You know, I love gardening too. I love my garden and I love butterflies. And there's another saying that says, if you want butterflies to come to your garden, don't go chasing them, just let them land. And sometimes we're so busy chasing other butterflies. If you look after your garden, the butterflies will come anyway. So plant the seeds, water the ground where you are, stay faithful to Gift of Legacy, invite people to Zoom calls. We have beautiful Zoom calls in many, many languages and at different times. Invite people and get them in. Okay, here's a question. Melissa, I'm going to hand this one to you too. From Shani, good evening. I've been in my silver board for almost 2 years and I'm still sitting on the same place. Please give me clarity as to why.
Okay, Shani. Oh, Herky, yes, please.
Sorry, if I may. I've just got a comment, and that will just add to Shani's question. You know, Gift of Legacy is all about sharing. You know, at the end of the day, sharing is caring. And if you care about people, you have to share this wonderful opportunity. And when you share this wonderful opportunity, that silver board will have people come cruising through there because others cared enough to share and not stop sharing. We can never stop sharing this opportunity. I always refer to the stone that you throw in the water and the ripple effect, the energy. If you stop throwing the stones, that ripple effect stops. So we cannot stop. This is not a system That's just for some people. It's for every people globally. We need to carry on sharing. Sorry, Adele, I just wanted to make that now.
No, that's beautiful, Herky. I mean, you've been here right from the beginning, and it's almost 4 years ago this time, 4 years ago, when a group of you got together and decided to create this gift. It's not called Gift of Legacy for no reason. It's a gift to everyone. And for me, giving gifts is far easier than receiving them. I'm terrible at receiving gifts, my friends will know. But you know, when you can give gifts to other people and share with them, do it. But it's the energy you share it with. If you are sharing it with doubt or mistrust, people will pick up on that. But if you're enthusiastic and you are committed and you are consistent in what you say, your friends will pick up on that. V, I'm very bad at receiving gifts. I know.
Yeah, Adele feels, I used to be like you, Adele. I used to feel like I'm undeserving of good things until one day my husband sat me down and he said, "No, you're deserving of all things that are amazing, all things that are beautiful, because you give so much out to the world. The biblical principle, the more you give, the more you receive. So, Adele, you need next time somebody gives you something, what are you going to do?
Say thank you
There we go.
graciously and spread
Graciously.
it forward.
Entirely up to you. Entirely up to you. But giving it forward always helps because the more you give, the more you receive. So, yeah.
So here's a message from Mercedes.
Okay.
Here in Venezuela, we trust all of you, and we are very sure this great way of life, gift of legacy, works because it comes from the heart.
That is true. That is
Let,
absolutely true.
if you believe that that's true, then put some hearts on your screen. If that is true, then put some hearts on your screen, because we've got a Telegram group that has been open for over a year. It's called the Heart of Gift of Legacy. It's open 24 hours a day. It's never been closed. The only way you can communicate there is by sharing a video. And you know, people don't share things. What are the possibilities that we can put our stories there, that we can make our videos and put them there? Why we believe that Gift of Legacy is a place of love. I challenge each one of you to go and put a short little video on there, because people need to know what Gift of Legacy means to us. Mercedes, I need you to put a video on there. Bernice, I need you to put a video there. Pedro, now that you know that we're still here, you need to put a video there and go watch some. And I'm going to try and do one too. Let's all try and put videos there, because it's through stories and hearing people who are like you speaking that makes sense. We don't always listen to one person, but when we hear somebody speaking from their heart what Gift of Legacy means to them, it makes a difference. V, are you keen to do a video? I know you're very, very busy always.
Of course, I'll do a video. I love doing videos of other people, but I'll definitely do one of myself. I'm, gosh, like you were just saying, looking back on where we started, how far we've come, and just where we're heading. We are just in the right place at the right time. We are truly are so blessed to be walking this path with each and every one of you. And just the amazing minds that collaborate with us and come together with us and just make Gift of Legacy one of the best gifting platforms there are. Internationally, I still get blown away by it. But when I tell people that I know people in Spain and in Panama and in New York, and they're like, what? I was like, yes, I know people, because little old me in South Africa, yes, we had friends, but actual people that we can call family. And I'm just so grateful that we are here, and it'll be so nice if everybody could just do a little video and just say, I'm just so grateful for Gift of Legacy, just for the friendships formed, for it doesn't have to just be about the monetary gifts, It can be about the relationships that we have formed in Gift of Legacy. Because I know there's a lot of people here who, I mean, somebody contacted me the other day that I haven't heard from in probably a year. And she was just saying to me, Melissa, I was just thinking about you. And she's still part of Gift of Legacy, but she's using the funds that she received to actually study. And she's concentrating on that. And my heart was so happy for her. She's like, I just wanted you to know that my lineage is still going. I'm still so happy to be here. And I'm so sorry I've been so quiet, but I am still here. It's just that I've been blessed with the opportunity that I received gifts. She built this beautiful lineage and she was able to receive enough money to upskill herself so that she can do better for her family. And I just thought that was beautiful. I'm actually going to reach out to her to see if she can do a little video for us, because that'll be inspirational. So yeah, I mean, gosh, Adele, yeah.
That'll be great. Herky, are you going to make a video for us and put it on that group?
I can make a video. I have no problem. I just want to add as well. You must remember, besides the fact that Melissa, myself, Gans, we're driven by the love and the passion we have for people. There are many other opportunities that we could have pursued in pursuit of living out our passion and our love for people and community. Yet we decided that we're going to stick to Gift of Legacy. And we're not doing it just to kill some extra time that we've got on hands. We're doing it because we want to take it to the moon. And so I just want to say that those people that are here present on this Zoom call and that has shown the interest to attend the Zoom call, I want to congratulate, because the longer we're in baby shoes, we're in infancy still, but the longer you stick around, if I can call it that, the more exciting you will find that your time with Gift of Legacy will be. You ain't seen nothing yet, if I can call it that. Thank you.
So Hercules and Melissa, I don't know if people are just shy or nervous, but I remember on our January birthday celebration, our 3-year birthday celebration, we spoke about, you spoke, not me, you spoke about a new board that you were thinking of launching. And people were asked to put names towards it, and it was going to be like a big board. Is this part of the, what did you call it, R&D that you're busy doing? Is a new board still on the cards? Are you doing, is this part of your R&D? Must people just watch this space?
Adele, you're being naughty.
Am I being naughty? People have asked me today, the people have messaged me today and they said, are you going to say anything about that board, that $10,000 board that you mentioned in January? People have asked me privately about that $10,000 board. And I've just said to them, well, I'm sure we'll hear once compression happens, because we can't be adding a new board if there's still maintenance happening in the system. Is that a fair answer?
That is definitely a fair answer for now. Correct.
Okay, thank you. Okay. So people have been DMing me and messaging me. That is the answer. While we are waiting for compression, everything's working smoothly. Just keep being engaged and plugged in. So friendships are definitely part of Gift of Legacy. One of my dear friends is one of our presenters, Beverly. And Beverly says that my gift of legacy, I call my lavender garden, and that is love for me. Beverly, we love you, and we are so grateful that you are part of our community and our team, and we'd love you to put a video out. Do you want to say anything, Bev? Must I unmute you?
Yes, please.
Let me see. Where is Bev?
Here I am.
Around. Oh, there you go.
Here I am.
Hi, Bev. How are you, my friend?
Oh, not doing very well physically, but my heart is still going with filled with love. My thing that I hold on to is when I met Gift of Legacy in 2022 and found what it really feels like in my heart. And this is what I think a lot of people are not looking at is look at Gift of Legacy as something that is flowing from your heart. It's just like Adele. Adele loves to have a garden. I love to give away seeds so that people who has planting gardens have a flower from me because I really do not like to go buy the flower and then give it to them. I prefer to give them a pack of seeds so that they can. And I always give lavender seeds because I love the smell of lavender. For me, every time I think of Gift of Legacy and look that there's a meeting coming up, a Zoom coming up, I smell my lavender garden and I'm like, yes, I want to be there. I want to be there. I want to make the world recognize what Gift of Legacy really is. Yes, it's about money, yes. But it's more about people and giving of yourself so that you will receive in abundance. Adele, I don't know how to express how wonderful it feels listening to you and Valissa and Hercules from 2022. I feel like I know you guys. And this is something wonderful for me personally to always try to get people to recognize what I'm inviting them to is not a job. It is not a business. It is gifting that you learn to give first and then receive. I love each and every one of you, for Gift of Legacy is in my blood. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Beverly. That is just so beautiful. Thank you so, so much. Then I have another message from Freddie, who's become a friend of mine. I've never met him. Freddie is from Uruguay, and he is working for the Peace Corps in the Congo. And even though he doesn't speak English, he is often on our Zoom calls. So buenas tardes, Freddie. It's lovely to have you here. Freddie says, a hug from the distant lands of the Congo. And I tell you that this process of transition on compression is going to be spectacular, and that from the point of view of a spectator and worker, it continues. This is a man who is at the forefront of regaining peace in the Congo. We salute you and we love you, my friend. Edgar, I'm going to ask if we can unmute Freddie, and if either you or Jose can translate, because Freddie always speaks right from the heart. Let me just, there we go. Unmute Freddie. Hola.
Hola, hola, ¿cómo
Hola,
están?
hola. Bien.
¿Se escucha
Edgar,
bien?
Edgar, can you translate, please?
Okay.
Thank
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great. Because Jose is
Hola.
translating in the Spanish. Hola, Freddy, ¿cómo estás?
¿Todo bien, Edgar?
Ay, qué bueno, qué alegría verte, hombre. ¿Cuánto tiempo?
Tanto tiempo, ¿eh? Está medio complicado acá, pero seguimos en línea.
Ok, bueno, déjame traducir entonces. ¿Cuál es el mensaje para ellos?
Agradecerles todo lo que están haciendo, que es muy bonito, obviamente, para replicarlo.
I like to show my gratitude to everyone, and that's something that we look forward to duplicate.
De gratitud, el inmenso trabajo.
Y que la enseñanza que uno está teniendo día a día, en ayudar, se complementa con el trabajo de uno, obviamente.
And the knowledge that we're receiving on a day-to-day, it complements with what we do every day.
Y una de las cosas que es más fructífera las más fructíferas que uno rescata es el compromiso de esa ayuda.
And one of the things that I get from is the commitment to help others.
Así que los felicito a seguir adelante y bueno, yo soy partícipe también de esta comunidad, así que me siento muy contento en seguir los pasos junto a ustedes.
So I encourage everyone to continue. I am a loyal server of this community and the message. So I encourage everyone to continue and participate.
Así que de la distancia, de acá desde el Congo, que hace, como bien dijo Adel, van para los 2 años casi, les mando un beso y un abrazo grande a todos.
So my love from the Congo, my kisses and heart to everyone.
Gracias, gracias, Freddie. And our love to you. Stay safe. And it's just always lovely to see you and to know that you are with us. Thank you. Stay safe, my friend.
Y gracias a ti, Freddy, mucho amor y todo el agradecimiento y pues deseamos todo lo mejor para ti.
Gracias, Edgar.
Thank you, Edgar.
Yeah.
Well, Edgar, before you go and translate, is there anything you would like to say? I know you said 200 people in the Spanish Zoom. People always happy to see the custodians. Is it good to hear that everything's going well and as it should?
Well, definitely. I'm always excited to be here in front of everybody. Hercules just said something for those of you that were paying attention. This is something that it gets better and better by the minute. So my advice is stick around. It's about to get much better than what it is, right? This is just the beginning. Right, Cousin Jasmine, Valesa? So, this is a roller coaster. And sometimes when we're down, it's because we are like a rocket. We're fueling up so we can take off. So when we're down, we're fueling up to take off. Thank you very much. Love you all. And looking forward to how possible it's about to get better.
Thank you, Edgar. Gracias for all you do. Then, okay, Shani's still asking about her silver board. Shani, I think maybe reach out to the person who invited you or to a leader that you know and trust, and they can maybe go into more explanation or join us on the Zoom call on Thursday evening, 8 o'clock. We've got a Zoom call where we present Gift of Legacy, but we unpack it afterwards as well. And we'd love to invite everybody to come to those presentations and learn how we present in English, and then maybe pop onto the Spanish Zooms. And I know there's Portuguese Zooms popping up, French Zooms are happening. So, find a place where it's home for you. We're one big worldwide community. Mercedes says he's sending lots of hearts and love, and they're gonna do a video. Lalin, you sending messages, don't you want to just unmute? Lalin says, here said some woman, Hercules, you are our strong masculine guide in the community. We love you. And in the Spanish room, she told us, in the Spanish room, there's more than 200 people sending love and gratitude to our custodians. Okay, so that's great. Lalin, don't you want to say hi? Can we unmute Lalin? You can unmute Lalin.
Hi, Lalin. You just need to unmute yourself.
Hi. Now?
Hello.
We can hear you loud and clear. Hello, Lalin.
How are you, Lalin?
We love you. In the Spanish Zoom, there's a lot of people sending love, gratitude, and many asking about compression, but Jose Luis is making the traduction, and everybody is so interested in going and keep going in our community. And there's a really is a blessing for many of us to be here and put in our energy, our love every day to keep going this beautiful community. So we know there's a lot of good things coming. So we only have to be here in the photo. If you go away, you are not in the photo, in the picture. So you have to be here. keep your faith and your dreams always happy, with many gratitude, and you very soon you can see the change and everything good that is coming. Many thanks to Hercules Baliza, my dear beautiful Candice, Adele, and all the people that is doing a hard work all days to put this community as the first one. There's no other community like us. So we are proud of this community and sending our love to everyone. Blessing. Love.
Gracias, Lalin. Listen to you speaking English so beautifully. Wow. Wow. One day you'll be presenting in English too. Well done. Lalin, thank you so much. There's a message here from Russia.
Love is my love because I see Hercules and all of you, and I love you, and my English go flow.
Beautiful. Gracias. So let's go to the messages in the chat. I think it's Rocio. I'm sorry if I'm not saying it correctly. Rocio says, hi from Campeche, Mexico. I'm very happy to see the Custodians. People love seeing you guys. They love just seeing you. It's wonderful to have you here. Fana said goodbye. He had to leave. And Rocio says, I'm very grateful. Okay, so it's 8:45. We said we would keep this to about 45 minutes. If I think anybody has got one last comment or anything anyone wants to say, otherwise we're going to ask Hercules to say goodnight and Melissa can have the last word. What a pleasure it is to meet together, and possibly we'll meet again. Just keep an eye on the Telegram groups and watch out for invites to Zoom calls. We want to connect with the community again because you asked for it. Hercules?
Yeah, no, Adele, you said it all. You don't leave much for me to say. You just said it all. Remain plugged in. Remain involved. Keep caring. Keep sharing. And you will surely benefit. That's all I want to say. Thanks, Adele.
Thank you, Hercules. Thank you for your time this evening. I'm going to say goodnight. Melissa, you can end us off because you always end with such beautiful words.
Firstly, I want to say thank you, Adele, for hosting myself and Hercules. Our dear Candice couldn't be here tonight because she's traveling, but she does send her love to the community. And thank you to everybody who's on the call in all the various languages. I mean, over 200 in Spanish. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate every single one of you. We feel the love that you guys are giving us. We are so grateful and so thankful for your prayers. I just want to leave you on this note. Just continue being the light in somebody else's life. You may think that you are not being very impactful on somebody's life, but you don't realize just by being that little bit of light. Herky said earlier, we are part of a community that we are so fortunate of because we share gift of legacy. So share the light. Don't hold it to yourself, because what happens to a candle? It eventually withers away and it burns out and your light is gone. So the more you share the light, the more the world brightens up, and the more we just live in a beautiful, sunny world. So continue being the light, spread positivity, spread hope, because this is gift of legacy. This is opportunity. This is a place of hope for so many people. We've seen it happen. We've experienced it. We may not have experienced it personally, but we've experienced it from our fellow family within Gift of Legacy. So continue being the light, continue being good humans. And thank you so much for joining us this evening for a little meet and greet to just to show that we are still here. We are not going anywhere. And as Haki said, we like 3.5-year-old babies. You know, we're running around in the playing field. We're trying to figure out things, and we want to grow up. And imagine us in in 30 years' time. I don't know. I'm being hopeful here, but can you imagine? I think our children's children will be presenting. I don't think it'll be us. We'll be like the OGs in GL, but imagine how beautiful it's going to be. So continue being the light, continue being kind, continue smiling, and stay plugged in. And I'm going to leave it there. Love each and every one of you. Thank you for taking the time out for being with us this evening. Good night.
Thank you. So you can all say good night. I've unmuted you. You can all say good night.
Good night.
Night, night, everybody.
Goeienaand,
Good morning or good afternoon.
Good night. Good night. Good night.
We love you. Lunchtime.
We love you too.
Manera de compartir.